The unseen protector, a girl's rented one-room apartment, was modest but cozy. It was in a crowded compound filled with the sounds of life: crying babies, late-night arguments, and the occasional burst of laughter from shared meals. She liked her space, though it came with its quirks. The most frustrating of these was her door lock. For weeks, the lock had refused to work properly from the inside. No matter how much she jiggled, turned, or begged it, the key wouldn't budge. The landlord had promised to fix it, but kept postponing. The girl, with no choice, had taken to sleeping with the door unlocked. Each night she prayed for safety and slept uneasily, startled awake by every creak and shadow. One weekend, the girl decided to visit her parents. It was an impromptu decision, spurred by a longing for her mother's cooking and a break from the noisy compound. She packed a small bag, closed her door as best she could, and left for their house in the nearby town. That night, as the girl enjoyed the warmth of her family's home, a storm swept through the city. The rain lashed against roofs, drowning out the sounds of the night. It was under this cover that robbers entered her compound. They worked quickly, breaking into rooms, stealing money, phones, and anything else they could carry. But when they reached the girl's door, they stopped. The door, though unlocked, appeared closed, and with the rain soaking their clothes and time running out, they assumed it was occupied and moved on. The next morning, the girl returned to find the compound in disarray. Her neighbors shared stories of the robbery, their faces etched with fear and anger. One woman had been injured trying to protect her belongings. "You weren't here?" her neighbor asked in disbelief. "Your door wasn't even locked properly. If you were inside, they would have found you easily. Thank God you left." The girl stood in stunned silence, her eyes fixed on her untouched door. She thought about how many nights she had slept there, vulnerable, and how that one decision to visit her parents had spared her. It wasn't luck, she realized. It was divine intervention. From that day on, the girl's perspective on life shifted. 1. Renewed faith. She began to see life's inconveniences as potential blessings in disguise. The faulty lock, which had been a source of frustration, became a symbol of God's protection. She started to trust more in God's timing, believing that even in chaos, there was a plan. 2. Gratitude. The girl developed a deeper sense of gratitude. She thanked God not just for sparing her, but for every small overlooked blessing in her life. Each day felt like a gift, a chance to grow and live fully. 3. Courage and purpose. The event ignited a desire to help others. She began sharing her story, encouraging her neighbors and friends to trust in God's guidance. The girl also took action in her compound, urging the landlord to improve security and ensuring everyone felt safer in their homes. The girl's life became a testimony of faith and resilience. What could have been a night of fear and tragedy became a turning point, reminding her that even in the darkest moments, she was never alone. God had saved her, and she would carry that truth with her every day, living with a heart full of hope and purpose.